Let's go. Good morning again, everyone. It's really nice to see you, everyone here. And today is Thursday, December the 6th, or December 7th. Yeah. We got the snow in North York, probably maybe in Markham as well. I don't know. I heard from other people from Mississauga or downtown, they have little snow, but we have more than 6 centimeters, I think, at least. Anyway, so it's a good day, and it's really the first big snow, I can say, today. So good to see everyone here. And the same thing that the winter coming, really the same as the real estate market. So a lot of people, when I was in office yesterday, a few days ago also, and say the market getting slow and slow for sure. It's happen all the time winter, right? It's partially this year is different. But anyway, it's a good time for us, to stay, relax a little bit, take more time for training, attend all the sections and whatever kind of training. And that Tony spoke to me yesterday in office that said, really, landmark, we have a comprehensive training program. So we never, no other brokerage can get this comparable with our brokerage. So, and also Sam said to me that really, our office service training really is number one, the first class for sure. Anyway, today's topic is regarding how to protect your commission. That's really important. Then, especially the new thing that's coming December 1st. So Tony and Scott gave us the seminar on Tuesday morning. A lot of people, 300 people attended already, and even a lot of people want to come in, and then no rooms for the seat at that day because 300 people is minimum, right? So it's about the new rules, regulation. Mostly, a lot of people concerned, confused what we can do, and the major issue, I think, the same topic as we are talking about today here is BRA. That means Buyer Representation Agreement. So that's why we choose the topic today to share with everyone here. We see how important the BRA is. So the first question before December 1st, a lot of people, as I mentioned last training, called Tony, Scott, Sammy, and myself, can we go to show the property without signing BRA? So a lot of people confused at that time. So our answer is say, go as normal we do all the time. So BRA, of course, we always said BRA, that's better to have BRA, whatever you do the transaction to show the property, of course. In most cases, no buyer will sign BRA right away with you. So that's why we say, just do whatever the same process as previously, as before. So the BRA issue, we still insist on to sign a BRA. That's the topic we are doing today. So what I can share with I can ask a kind of question, who we are. We are realtors. So we are not employee. So we are self-employed, right? So you have to understand the term. And what we do, of course, do trading for selling, buying real estate, whatever, property, business, commercial investment, whatever. So that's what we do. How do we get the pay? Tony won't pay us salary, right? So not like full-time salary, whatever. We are getting paid through the sales. That's called commission. Everybody understood. In this world, no free lunch, right? So it depends how hard you're working, how long you're working, how much trade you did to earn your commission. So that's why I say commission issue is a really major issue to us. If you work so hard, you did not get paid, then what? You work for free. As again, I said, no free lunch in this world, right? So that's why we always suggest our colleagues, our realtors, you need to know how to protect the commission. So that's the topic for today. Anyway, so it's a really a big topic. This topic has been for training for 3, 4, 5 times already during the past few years. And so I don't need to go through every theory again. So I will go quickly some major point, then we go to real world. Let's say how to sign BIA, what BIA means, and what the process in case you have commission argument. So that's some case study. I wish you learn something from today, or you have any question about it. We can talk about it. We can share with everyone here. All right. So this is the topic we're doing today. So this will be quickly. That's a slide we did for past many times, as I said, for training section. And I don't need to go through one by one anyway. So that's a slide to show you whatever what we are talking about. So few things I need to point out as a realtors, as trading in real estate. So we need regulation for mostly with thought. Besides the government rules regulations act, we have 3 levels organization. Everybody knows, right? RICO is number 1, OREA is second one, CHOP member or Visaga board, out of different board, RIAS board, this as a matter. We call it 3 levels organization. Besides those 3, of course, every brokerage like Homeland Landmark, we have our policy as well. So that's I need to point out to everyone, because after this we have to see what levels of organization, what they're doing. We have to go quickly. All right. So regulation, as I say, it's already there. I don't need to point out anything again. So I need to know to start with RICO. RICO, that means the first thing you need a license. That's why everybody has need a license to trade, right? When you have a license, you can do residential, you can do commercial, whatever, you can do it. So RICO is still the license. They also give the guideline, total ethic to everyone to follow. Otherwise, you'll be penalized. You'll be get something penalty or whatever, right? So RICO is a major whatever governing organization that's in our trade. So you will see if you got any send a license, if you got anything argument, you got any complaint, RICO will be what? If you receive anything, you need to respond to RICO. So whatever you claim someone, complain against someone, or someone complain against you, you are whether you're complainant or you're a defendant. So you have to know. So if you're a defendant, remember, from RICO, they have to make a decision according to case by case, according to rules and regulation. So number 1, of course, if you received a complaint against you, number 1, after reviewed everything, the case may be dismissed. So RICO can have make such decision. Or if the next level will be warning, the lower level of punishment will be warning. The next one will be taking course. If you say a warning not enough, you'll be given a course to go through the course again. Take 1 course or 2 courses, depend on the case. Next level will be getting penalized. Fine will be from any amount of money, from $500 to $100,000. Even for a broker, $250,000, I think that's even a violation of rule or whatever there. So then that's one, besides the fine, you may be the license suspended, right? So that's from RICO's point. Everybody should remember this, okay? In case you file any complaint against other agent or whatever, you need to write something in writing, everything in writing. Or you get something to sued by other people, by other agent, or by other customer even. Let's say your seller, your buyer, your landlord, whatever. So you need to respond in writing as well. So in that case, if something happened like this, you have let Tony and myself know. We are going to help you out, okay? So that's the recourse part. The next one will be OREA. OREA, of course, everybody knows. From December 1st, we have a lot of new forms coming out already. So that's new forms will be, everybody has to get familiar one by one, okay? Mostly we still use previous forms, but they have some new forms introduced and set up from OREA. OREA also this organization in case any claim in CHOP, Toronto Board, CHOP, or any other and the real estate board, anything they deal with something what appeal in commission, argument, whatever. So that's already a job as well. So in this case, already mostly between the CHOP and the RICO. So some other issue, not too much involved except the forms and other rules regulation. The most we need to deal with every day, everybody knows, if your book is showing, if you listen properly, what? MLS. So that's a Toronto board, or even the Mississauga board, other local board like London, Waterloo, every real estate board have their, the organization. So I'm here only talking about Toronto board. So this is MOS rules regulation. So in this Toronto board MS, remember, if you are a listing agent, you have to follow all the MS rules regulation, how soon you have to upload the listing, how accurate you need to do the MS information. And so a lot of issues you have to make accurate. Don't do any misleading misrepresentation. If anything like you are not sure, you have to double check it for sure. Let's say you upload a listing on MS, the ceiling height is normally, let's say 8 feet, 9 feet. Some people put 10 feet ceiling height. In reality, you will find out on the 9 foot or 8 foot what you will be. If you are the listing agent, you'll be penalized. So the buyer will sue you. If something say, David, I don't know anything about ceiling height. It's your job to find out. So if you made it yourself, you are in trouble. So that's a listing agent. If you're a buyer agent, a lot of issues, I have remind everyone here again. So COVID-19 is different, very special. Nowadays still, if you book showing, if you are late, if you are not coming, or if you are going to much more earlier, you might be complained by the listing agent, or by the landlord, or by the seller, or by the tenant, whoever will complain against you. So the fine will be from $500, $1,200. We got $5,000 because the agent did not go to see the property when you book it for showing. So make sure whatever you book for showing appointment, go for according to the time and schedule. Don't be late, don't go early, and if you don't go, cancel it. If you don't do anything like this, you are in big trouble. Okay, that's it. From MS, one thing I need to remind everyone. The next one, Toronto MS, will be the commission issue. Commission, that means if you have the buyer, you complete the sales. If the buyer signs BI with some other people, you will be sued by other listing agents. So that's a commission issue all the time in Toronto real estate board. So before the COVID-19, I was attending every month, few times, even 6-7 times a month. So in most cases, and Tony mentioned the other day, our brokerage, our agent, our commission issue, we all won, most 90% we won. The reason is because all our ops agent attending the training section, we always go through the rules regulation. So that's a good thing for us. So again, I wish from now on, everyone in our brokerage, the same thing happen for the rules regulation. So that's the MS Toronto boss, the function for one of the part. So others like forms, whatever, I don't need to go through here because I need to go take time to go to more cases or the form, how to fill that. So that one thing you please remember, if you are the agent, if your client has went through with some other agent because you have a PIA, whatever, you need to find out if the property closed within 90 days, you have the right to sue the other agent for the commission, to recover the commission, right? So that's a time frame. Please remember. If you say, "Oh, David, my client, I'm sure my client for last 6 months already. Suddenly I heard they bought product from other agent, but you need to find out what kind of product, which location address, and find out what the time they close already. So within 90 days, you can do anything. Okay, claim for the commission. Even after 90 days, you cannot do anything about it. All right, we remember. And also that some people say, I want, after 90 days, I can sue the buyer. Of course, if you have BRA, buyer representation agreement, you can sue the buyer to small court for sure, right? It's up to you if you want to do it or not. We have some cases, 3-4 cases in our brokerage. In the end, because some buyer or client, they settle with our agent, so you can get something from there. This is something. So that's the one step I can share with our colleagues here. So how can you get commission? This we call the procurement rules. Procurement rules, we have 3 criteria. Number 1, whoever obtained the accepted offer, what that means, whoever secured the offer, secured the transaction, you deserve the commission, provided no unethical conduct before you secure this accepted offer. Number 1, okay. Number 2, you as a buy agent or whatever listing agent, you took every reasonable step to verify if any existing BRA, if the client is under contract with other realtor. So that's the more important. If you prove yourself, they say, I never know this, I never know that. Okay, you are proven innocent. In this way, you can be protected from the commission claim. Okay, number 2. Number 3, of course, most important criteria. You have a solid, valid BRA. That's why we're talking about today. BRA is most important. If you're working for yourself, if you're working on commission, you need a BRA. Otherwise, you will work for nothing. You know, we have many cases in our broker or in some other brokers that people working with the client for 6 months or even almost a year. In the end, so the client went to someone else. Then, because they did not sign BRA, then you cannot do anything against the agent who helped them, or you cannot do anything against the buyer client. If you're going to small court, what's the documentation you have? What kind of representation you have? Not like something before we say, oh, anything verbal agreement will be what? Also as a virtual agreement, still something in talking, you can be, that's our agreement. No, but in RICO, everything should be bring in writing for sure. All right. So that's the rules. Procure 3 criteria. We, as our realtor, we need to know these three criteria. Otherwise, you work for nothing. So this is the rules are called 10-15. 10-15. So where I just highlight here. If someone wants to see it, I can pass it to you later on. So you need to find that this is the rules 10-15. That's what we set. Procurement regulation, the rules, guideline, whatever. All right. So I don't need to go through the details. And this, as a buyer broker, you need, as a listing agent, that's what we're working with a buyer checklist. This is we used to do. I mean, to show everyone before, our office brokerage, I think we have an updated one. This one's a new, older one, but older version. But you still can at least to find something to protect yourself. Okay. So this is some other contents, whatever you need to know. I just list out here for our colleagues to remember later on. So important as for everyone, not the buyer agent, listing agent. What as a realtor, I always tell everyone, communication is a major skill for you. Whatever you do, but selling, buying, your communication skill is the major issue. How successful you are, that's the communication, right? Be careful. We're always talking about communications. Okay. And communication, so other related what kind of communication. So I don't need to talk every in detail. The next one, as a successful realtor, what you need to documentation. Documentation, you need to be a good organizer. So that's why we say BRA is one of the issue. One of the documents you need to sign a BRA, otherwise you cannot protect yourself. So that's what we call documentation. Documentation include, besides BRA, of course, if you're the listing agent, you see the listing package. If you're the buyer agent, besides BRA, you have all other documents. Just 1 second. Sorry about it. And the documentation is always, you need to keep in file, everything keep in file, right? So that's no matter what. And even the recall or even to the CHOP or RIA, if you have any claim or complaint, you need to get the documentation in file.
Respect the wait. Respect the wait, right?
And after the other, of course, the action is very important. Action means you need to know, you need to how to perform your obligation. If you're a listing agent, what you can do. If you're a buy agent, you need to do whatever you according to the process, right? So there are a lot of issues here, as I said, because many things we need to talk about it in real. So, but today's topic, we are only talking about the BRA and then the commission, how to protect your commission. That's the issue here. So, and here I list out the BRA, why they need the BRA. So as we mentioned all the time, even Tony at Scott at the Tuesday's training section, we also mentioned already the BRA. That's a major issue. Otherwise, again, as I say, you lose your commission, you lose your right, you lose everything. So you work for free. So that's we don't want to happen to everyone here. So one thing to make sure how soon you can sign the BRA. That's I mentioned at the beginning just now. This at the beginning of the section. BRA, if you don't have a BRA, that means you are not safe, right? So normally, according to the new rules now, we suggest everyone to bring or send email to your client. What is that? They call the information guide. Information guide, that means give the explain to your client or to buy client or to your listening, the landlord, seller, whatever. So in the client, when they take it by email or even send handover to them, that means they explain to you how can you work with them, whether as what designated agent or the buyer will be self-represented party. So you have to make sure there are no customer anymore. We used to be the customer and client. Nowadays, now it's only whether you represented the client or the client, no client, the buyer or the seller represent themselves. They call it SRP, self-represented party. So make sure in this way you have to explain to your people, the buyer or the seller, and that's why I say something in writing. So sign a BRA. What the time frame? We always say the earliest possible, right? The first time showing, second showing, third showing, whatever showing, if the buyer agree to already, they trust you, they rely on you, yes, sign it, the earliest possible. The latest, remember, according to the RICO rule, the latest will be before you sign the offer. You cannot sign BRA after offer, otherwise you will be in big trouble, okay? So be careful. So no later before the offer side. So that's really the time frame we needed. All right. So the BRA I will show the form after this soon, and we may see talk about which section will be more important for everyone. Right. So I mentioned just now already, according to the if you pay commission claim, the process is within 90 days. you need to file a claim to CHOP. Say, if let's say you have a buyer BIA agreement already with your client, and the buyer client went to buy something with some other agent. So if you find out that way, you find the property, you find the buyer agent, you can file a claim against the agent in CHOP within 90 days. So that will be processed, whatever they receive. So we go from there. So when you file the claim, you need to pay filing fee. So filing fee will be according to the commission to be recovered. So it will be based on the amount of commission and plus CHOP fee and office brokerage fee as well. So after you file the claim, normally will be mediation. According to the new rules now, we need to attend a mediation. That means a settlement between two parties with a mediator. So this is the number one process. Number two, if we cannot settle with the mediator, then we need to go to hearing. So the hearing, the same thing like the court, just like a court case. So they have panel, they have the panel have a chairman there. They have panel member 3 to 5. Sometimes I got within 7 panelists there. So depending on how the case. So in this way, we go to hearing. So the hearing will make a decision. If the decision made by the panel, if you're not certified, you're not certified with the decision, you can go to appeal. Appeal will be to the OREA. That's what I said at the beginning. So the appeal decision, if you're still not good, you can go back and appeal again. So there's only 2 times appeal in the end. So this is the way, the process we need to know. All right. So the important here, again, as I say, whatever you do, you need to have valid BIA. So in this way, your commission will be protected. And as a respondent, if you are sued by other agent, let's say you complete a transaction with the buyer with your buyer client, but the buyer client has signed a BIA with some other agent before, and in this way, you may be in trouble. So as a respondent, what you need to know, as beginning, or also I mentioned already, you have to prove you are innocent, right? So once you got some claim against you, you need to write something in response to CHOP, so for the hearing, and you need to attach all the supporting document. And so you have to prove, writing everything, prove that you are innocent. So that's a step, a long process. So in this case, that's why I said documentation is major issue. So you need the documentation to keep in file. In this way, anything happen, you can have the proof there, right? So if you send the response already, again, the same process for claimant. So it be mediation. If you can settle between 2 parties, you can do that. Otherwise, we go to the hearing. So that the panel will make decision as well. So this is a process we as a respondent, all right? So there are a lot of cases that we go through after this. So let's see, in this way, before we do the case study, let's go to the BIA form first. And how important the form, how to fill the form. Otherwise, you lose your lose the commission, say, because I did not fill the form properly. That's some trouble. We won a couple cases a few years ago because the agent, the other party, did not fill the form properly. So I raised a question. I questioned that the agent involved to say, if you are professional, you are not supposed to do something like that. So I'm sure talk about it to get the form. I'll get a case start, I believe, for now, and let's move on to BIA form first. And today I wish to leave more time for us to get some more question about it. Okay, let me stop the sharing with this one first. And BIA form, everybody know that so far that the They've been the new form. It's for BI, and it's not much different. Maybe the same. Let's get to the form first. All right. Okay. So that's the form. Can you see anything, everyone? The BI. That's the form we use to fill out. So I highlight something here for everyone to see it. Of course, the form, the previous part, that's fine, whatever, the buyer name, buyer address. You need buyer address and name as well. Put exactly the right address. When you sign a BI, the reason is you need to take a photo ID from the buyer, okay, from your client, because you need to know address, the name, legal name. When you have such ID, some exact address, you need upload BRS.
David,
yeah.
share is not complete. Maybe you share again.
Oh, let me see. Oh, cannot see? Just a second. Share screen. It's okay now, Sammy?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I thought I share just now. Okay, this is a form we call it BIA, Buyer Representation Agreement. So here, we'll start from here again. So that's normal field, the former part. The important, as it said, buyer's name, legal name, address, you have to make sure. The reason is when you upload the name and address of the buyer on BRS, you need those detailed information. If you miss something, the BRS system will not allow you to enter there. Make sure, all right? And also, the BRS, when you sign this BRA, within 24 hours, 2 days, the time, the commence day, within 2 days for the commencement day, you need to upload a BRS. If after 2 days, you are not allowed to do that. So the system will not allow to enter the BRS to add the buyer on the system. Make sure, all right? So again, as I mentioned here, I highlight some point here. Okay, beside the buyer's name and address, commence date, always need to make sure that they, whenever it started, you may start today, 11 o'clock, or even start the commence date, you can start from tomorrow, depends on the commence date will be the day you start working with the client. Or you can say, I start working with yesterday from my client, but the signing day, you have to make sure the client, you have to explain to them. I start showing the product yesterday, but I got this BI signed today. In this way, the client know that we start working with, right? And the period will be commence date and the expiring date. Expiring date could be what? Can be 1 day, can be 1 week, can be 3 months, 6 months. I saw the one longest one, 1 year. So I don't know whether the one case we won in CHOP at the time arbitration, because I raised the question that buyer, the new immigrant from overseas came to Toronto. He started buying a house, then suddenly signed a 1 year contract. So that's why I questioned the agent, but she could not explain well to us, to the panel. So this is one of the reasons we won the case, right? So for us, we make sure realistic. 3 months, 6 months, could be up to 1 year, but you have to get the client initial be signed after 6 months, the time frame, right? So that's why here will be 6 months. This part initial right here, after 6 months that one. And another issue is here, property type. People ask, I think a few days ago, the people asking when do the training. So property type could be whatever specific. We normally say single family residential, right? But sometimes the people asking for pre-construction, brand new, can we do that? If you do so, of course, you can write down pre-construction. The reason is if you write down something like here, it's easy to, when the client went to go to builder's office, sales office, so they can go not avoid you. Sometimes the builder office say, ask your client, do you have any agent with you? If you sign this one, so the sales office, you will know this is my client. Even they go to sales office, buy something, show this to the sales office, you are protected as well. Okay. So normally we say single family residential here. Make sure. Of course, if you do the investment property, you can say investment property. Or if you do commercial, you can say commercial property for investment. Or if you buy some business, you can say purchase of business, sale, buying a business. You can even specific say coffee shop, whatever, right? The type, you make sure you have to write it down. More specific, of course, better. Otherwise, you can put some general, single family residential, or some people even put say semi-detached, or some people say detached house, or some put a condo. It's up to you, right? Depending on client. As long as you explain to the client, will be good. All right. The next major issue is here. Geographic location. Geographic location, that means the area where the client, the buyer should want to buy something. It could be normally put the GTA, Great Toronto area. Sometimes we put Markham, some people put in Toronto, right? So that's sometimes boundary. You can put, again, some client will be like it's more specific area, right? Normally GTA is okay. So that same case I mentioned just now for the case we won, what she put? She put the Ontario. Of course, Ontario general, you can be London, you can be London, Waterloo, Ottawa. So it's so general. So that's why I question that agent. So how come the new immigrant came to Toronto? You put the geographic as Ontario. That's too large, right? So now, and also at property type, she mentioned residential and commercial. Again, I raise that question. They say it could be impossible that people came to Toronto, settle down only a week or 2 weeks. How could they residential commercial all together? So that means you are whether misleading the buyer client, or you do something purposely, do something. So we won the case in one of the reasons here. Okay, so that's why geographic, you can do GTA normally, or you can go by more specific. And one case we won not too long ago, the buyer agent, because we have a PIA already, our agent, so we put the GTA, that means it's in Toronto Airport. The other agent who's helped the buyer purchase property in Brantford out of GTA. Then we won the case. The reason is, I say, because the listing was listed in Toronto Real Estate Board. That means still falling into the board or a geographic location. So we won the case again. Some people just play some gray area, right? They say, because the Brantford was out of GTA, but the listing was in Toronto Board. It's guided by Toronto Real Estate Board's and rules regulation. We won the case, right? So many issues being big for sure. And here I put something here, remarks here. That means please let the buyer initial on this sentence. The reason is you tell the client, the buyer, say, I signed this BIA, I never signed same BIA with other realtor. So that means you explain to the buyer already, you make sure the client, the buyer client understood what you say, what you mean, right? So this part get initial from the client. That's very important. So other print, I don't need to say anything. And the next one will be what? The commission. As again, we said, if sign BA, the reason is you are protected by this contract. If you go to the court, if you sue an agent, your commission will be recovered from here. So the commission, it can be by the percentage. Yeah, 2.5, whatever, right? If you buy commercial on 2.5, 3%, by business, you can say 5%, 6%. You write down exact percentage. Or some people say, okay, I only use this all as per MLS. You can say so, right? As per MLS, I don't suggest like this, but of course you can do so, because sometimes the listing they change the commission rate, change the percentage sometimes. So make sure if you do something like this, make sure that on the form 320, make sure you got the exact commission rate or percentage, right? So as per MS, it will be easy for you to explain to the buyer, say, oh, David, I don't charge you as per MS. Whatever the listing agent or landlord pay me, I've got commission there, right? So in this way, don't scare the buyer away sometimes, right? So make sure. Another issue here, remember, we call it holdover here. Holdover day, you need to put 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. So some people put 180 days. Again, the same case we want. The agent put 360 days. So I raise the same question and say, it's impossible. No one give you 360 days holdover. So it's buyers, the small property. How can they do that? So that's for sure. It's purposely misleading or cheating the client. So that's important, right? Normally you go by whatever you say, 30 days or 90 days. 180 days is possible for commercial property, sometimes in the long term, right? And this is the same thing you need to make sure. Yeah. Okay. So the PIA, those are key point I point out here. Then the next will be, of course, the initial, the page, and you are representing the brokerage, the buyer initial, and also you need to sign. Remember, you need to sign 2 spots. That's your sign here, and you represent the brokerage sign here as well. And the client, one client sign this part, right? The second will be signed here. Make sure that the client sign for that. And in the end, will be acknowledged. You have the sign as well. So same time, if it's give the copy to them, then you can sign. Let them sign the acknowledgement. If you don't sign acknowledgement, in case some question raised later on, the buyer said, David, you never gave me the copy. If you get the client sign on this, you say this is your acknowledgement. That means I hand over the copy to you by email or by the hard copy or whatever, right? And sometimes that's why when for commission argument in the trial, sometimes it's some agent, one even complainant or defendant part, we say, oh, the buyer client complained that you did not give a copy to them. So if you have something here, say that's a proof. They signed already. So sometimes maybe the client, the buyer client lost it or whatever. I don't know. They signed here already. Okay. So this is something important as when you sign the PIA. So that's the form I go through quickly here now. And so I don't need to explain too much about this. And that important as to say, you need to get it signed anyway. So any questions about this PIA, you can let me know later on, or send me, Scott, Tony, we can help you out if you sign something. But sometimes, there's one scenario, some buyer can say, David, I don't want to sign PIA with nobody. What you can do? I show the property, but she won't put offer in, or maybe she's not ready to put offer in, but the client, the buyer does not want to sign for general. Okay, I show you one Young Street today. If you don't want to sign PIA with me or at general, you can sign PIA for this one Young Street, number 1, unit 1. I just make sure that I show you this property. Later on, if you buy something direct from listing agent, from the seller directly, this is my proof. So you can do something like this. Because in case some buyer really, they don't want to say, David, I don't want to sign general. Okay. You need to sign some more specific one. So that's the kind of thing you need to know. All right, let me stop this share this one. And I mentioned just now, we have many cases from our brokers. So we can have time to chat and we can share some basic steps, process about the PI. How do you protect yourself? All right. And let me share one decision that not too long ago from win the case. I share one case first, and many cases for sure. I can briefly tell that story. So that's from the board. That's about the last year. I think it's the last year. This case has been there for 6 months, 7 months, because the COVID-19 time that a lot of issue, a lot of things there. So in the end, it lasts for for 6 months, I think. So we got a Zoom meeting for hearing, because at that time mediation, we refused mediation. So that's the case with Homeland Landmark, with Bay Street. I mean, one time they have the managers there, and our agent here as well. So I will give you the brief. The brief is our agent should sign a BIA, because the client, the buyer is reduced by a friend of the agent, then start working, start showing property, then in the end sign a BIA. The BIA signed already and showed a few properties, put I think two or three offers on the road. And one day the buyers, because they often not accepted at the time, because bidding for, right? And that's to February. So for bidding one, because often not accepted, the buyer went to see open house. So with the listing agent, see the listing agent, the property, listing agent found it, and then they asked the buyer, did you, of course, they should have a brief chat. They say, and this one party signed a BIA with our Homeland Landmark agent. She mentioned that, of course, some wording induce the buyer say, you can cancel BIA. If you cancel BIA, I can work with you. I can sell this property to you. So the buyer at night called our agent saying, Christine, I want to cancel the BIA because that our family have some other issue. We don't want to do now. We don't buy anything now and whatever. So our agent, because they have been in relationship for many years. So they sell a couple property, bought other couple property. So agree to sign a cancellation. So the funny thing is that cancellation signed at night. The second day that the buyer purchased the product from listing agent. So our agent found out, because the agent, as I say, open house, they talk to the buyer already, they have some wording, whatever, something already. So that's the way we saw they induce that the buyer to sign cancellation with our broker, and induce the buyer to purchase property with him. So that means he knew that we have contract. He ignored the existing contract with our Homeland Landmark. So he went to just as a transaction. The house probably sold to the buyer, closed already. So our agent found it out. So in the end, we filed a claim in trial, and it has been as a few months, 6 months, I think, almost. In the end, we won the case, because the reason that the rules, again here, that's a rule I just mentioned already, procurement rule, right? So 11015, that's the rules. So that means one party, the other party, what did they say? Ignore the existence of the contract. Yeah, this part. So we have proof, because they induced the client. The signed cancellation, our agent found out his cancellation, so canceled in the next stage by the property, and also they already have some compensation with something like that. And because the listener also said, your husband signed the BIA with Homeland, I can sign BIA with your wife. So that's when they try to avoid this document. So in reality, no. We always said, in a family, if they live together, husband and wife, and even son or daughter, if they live together, there should be one BIA. One person will be binding the family. So make sure, all right? So after that hearing, what we got, you may see that, I will tell you that there's a fund we got. In reality, we should get more commission back, because the reason is our agent committed refund to the buyer as well. So only we got 1.5% commission here. That's the commission we got back, 19,827.12 from Bay Street at that time. So when because we are the claimant, that means we claim against the other agent. So we paid the filing fee $1,100 plus the office. So the filing fee also adds to the commission, the payment from the other party. So remember, if you claim against some other party, so your filing fee will be recovered together with the commission. So in this case, if our agent did not commit rebate to the buyer client, so we may get the 2.5% in total. So we'll be more commission back in that, because during the process we say we agree already, and also the listing agent agree we rebate to the buyer client. So that's why we got this commission on the 1.5%. So that's the issue, the case one, the case I can share with you now, and many cases for sure always, but we don't have time anyway today. So the important I need to remind everyone, all right? How do you prove? Number one, if you are working with the buyer client, you need to sign the BIA, number one. Number two, if you are not sure the buyer client has been working with other client, you need to follow what? The step, verifying step. That's what at this arbitration the hearing, they say they need to question you what step you did to verify the buyer if they are under contract or not. Number one, I can have briefly with everyone here, you remember, okay? Number one, if you are not sure the buyer has contract, first step, you say, David, I want to buy a house in Austria. You can have to call, ask the buyer. Yes, I can help you. If you can you come to the office? I can meet in the office, have more chat, or have more get some more information from them. They say, oh, I don't have time. Okay. Can I ask you, David, did you see any house previously, before yesterday? If they say yes, you say, whom did you see the property with? You say, oh, by open house listening or also. Even they say, oh, Sammy helped me to see some property. In this way, you make sure Sammy already working with him. He said only open house. Okay, then number two, that's fine. Open house. Number three, did you put an offer for any property? If they say no, never, oh, that's you feel more comfortable. If they say yes, I put the offer for one property or whatever with the listing agent, but then you will see, did you sign a BIA contract? Even this, some buyers in most cases they say, I don't know, maybe not. Sometimes they say maybe. This way, if you are working with the buyer, make sure if any offer signed already, what? Possibly they sign BIA. According to the rules, RICO rule we said already. Earliest possible, latest before the offer accepted. So that means if they put offer in already, for sure they sign offer already, right? Sign the BIA already. So in this case, ignore the buyer, get away. So if what I said just now, 1, 2, 3, 4. No. If you can get something in writing by message, text message, email, whatever, then you will be what? Protected. If anything commission raised in the trial, what? You can prove I'm innocent. So that's why that one of the case we lost, because that the agent, she really showed proof all step one by one. Also, he proved the offer prepared by the buyer's lawyer, and he checked with the buyer's lawyer, say, I don't want to touch the offer. You bring your lawyer to do that. So he proved he innocent. Then we lost one case only. So something like this. So that's the way I share with you, everyone, right? And a lot of issues here. And as again, almost 1 hour. So I'm sorry about it. So I need to give some more time for our colleagues. If you have any question, raise a question, whatever we can talk about, I can share with you. Of course, not only today, anytime, Sammy, me, myself, Scott, Tony, we help you out. So when something happen like this, talk to us. Because when you file a claim or complaint against someone, or if you receive a claim or a complaint, you need to come to us, talk to us. We can help you to put something in writing, put something, the wording, to help you out for sure. In many cases, as again, I say, we won a lot of cases, even RICO, and receive some complaints, we help our agent from get the minimum only there's some punishment. Sometimes get the dismiss a lot of the case as well. We help you out. We know how to smooth your case, make your things easy for you. All right. Thank you all for what I'm talking, because too much I cannot finish everything. And leave time for us to chat and be here to answer questions. Sammy also here as well. Okay, thank you again. I stop the show, the slide. Okay, let's open it for chat, everyone. It's a really big topic. I know that.
Hi,
What
David.
a question regarding BI? Yeah, Arif, you have something?
Has that form been updated with the new rules? Or
Many form already updated. So I saw the message today from Rico, or something that, but mostly previous forms can still be used, and in update already you can from a web form there you can see that. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
No problem, Eric. So BI is a really major issue. Okay, everyone can remember. If you don't cite it, you will not protect it yourself. Okay, and I'm sure that when you say, David, if you want to see how you can need a side BI with me, many people they don't know. So how can you side BI right away with you? Right? They need some time to know each other, to see your expertise. You need to see if you are reliable, if you are credible, if you are really experienced, right? So that's important, and you need to take some time, right?
I think sorry, it's me again. There was one. I think we had a conversation with one lawyer from Homeland, and he was saying that you could do a BRA for 24 hours even. So you
yeah. Yeah, I mean, the BI, as I mentioned just now, you can even cite 1 hour, right? If some client really so picky, they say, David, I don't want to cite BI general, but in that case, it depends. If you smell something, you think, oh, I should, as they say, 113, number one, they should, maybe there's so much interest in that property. Try to protect yourself, avoid some, then do something on the table. Of course, Eric, sign the BI business 1 hour, 1 day, 1 week. That's fine. Okay. So in that case, Eric, you need to sign 1 day or 1 week. You need let the whole over day at least 30 or 60 days, because you give me only one week for BIA, right? Who knows? Because the listings here in the market maybe expire next month, and after expiring, you can maybe the buyer can go through the seller directly, right? So it's possible.
Thanks.
Any people another issue? Just don't be shy to talk.
David?
Hi.
Yeah. I have a question about the commencing date. So, for example, on December 1st, the buyer just reached me to want me to show some houses, and but they refused to sign the BRA. Then I just after I showed them 2 houses, and then on December 10th, they agreed to sign the BRA. So what's the commencing date I should put on?
Yeah, I said at earlier, you can the commencing day, you can say the day you start working with the client, December 1st, right? Because you show the problem at that time. The signing day maybe December 6th, but as long as the buyer client knew you start working with them already, then today's day I started working a few days ago already. So that's fine. So of course, in many cases, mostly the sign BA we start and sign BA today. I start working with you today or tomorrow, right? But again, as I say, the earliest possible BIA, the latest will be before the offer side. So that's the date. So sometimes it's hard to to make a time frame, right? So
Okay. So but you said for the due date for me to upload the BRA to BRS is within 2 days after the commencement date, right?
yeah, that's the issue. If
Yeah.
if
Yeah,
you
if I just put the commencement date just at the beginning of I showed the buyer houses, then already
yeah, that's a confusion. I understood what you said. So normally the supportive, if you upload BRS, not BRA, you have to whatever commencement day you can within 2 days to upload it. Otherwise, you cannot upload it in the BRS system.
Then it's better. I just when I sign when the buyer sign the BRA, the commencement date should be the same date as the signing date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in this way, that's good. One thing you can do, what you can do is in listing, when you say commencement, let's say to start from today, right?
Yeah.
There's some in listing somewhere you can in handwriting whatever say we start showing the property whatever time you can do some comment there. And also another good thing you remember, if you sign BRA, the buyer sometimes refuse to sign BRA. You hand over BRA to the buyer says, no, David, I don't want to sign. You can in the BRA, there's some area you can write down the buyer refused to sign BRA. Though I show the property number 1, 2, 3, you can put down something like that. In this way, in case something, let's say the listing agent sold property directly to the buyer, disapprove. I show the property, you see they refuse to sign BRA, right? So.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. We can have 5 more minutes.